Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to this daily update on Ethereum. But finally an update in which we can talk about some more exciting things. All right, Ethereum has basically been consolidating since the 29th of August. I have supplied you with daily updates on Ethereum, right? So you always knew what the possibilities were and you always knew what was most likely. But finally, we are getting some volatility. We're getting some momentum in the price. We're getting some leverage in the price. Now, at this point of time, or at least this morning during the Asian session, we saw that momentum coming in. At this point of time, it's quite tricky, right? Because the volume for Ethereum is actually still very, very low if you compare that to other times when Ethereum was very bullish, or at least was ramping up. That's not necessarily a problem. I mean, you can also see that the last time that Ethereum really started to rally right here at the start of August, the volume was quite low as well, and then the volume picks up the higher we get. So is it really that bad? No, but it's something to be aware of, that right now the spot volume is quite low and the leverage is quite high. That basically just means that we can be volatile. However, it's good to see this momentum, because it's been a while since we've seen momentum like this. I mean, the last time, honestly, was probably the 22nd of August, when obviously we had that good news coming out and the entire market sparked up, but that did not last that long, and now I think we actually have a chance to get a real breakout here. We've also seen that the Ethereum ecosystem did quite well over the course of this morning. That's not that evident anymore right now, but we in the morning we actually saw coins like ENS, so Ethereum Name Service, Pendle, but also ETHEREUM doing quite well, which is something you also want to see, right? That it's not only Ethereum. The thing is that, you know, the main resistance level that we'd need to break above is 4,480. Do I think we can break above that? Yes, but I think it's slightly dependent on the news today. All right, we have some major economic data coming out again today with the CPI and inflation rate data. I think, look, if I would have to give you my thoughts right now, I would say we're going to fill some of those imbalances to the downsides. I think the volume is too low to just skip over those. And not fill them at all. So I do think we're going to fill those at least partially. But then I do think a bullish breakout is most likely. I mean, my thoughts on the markets at this point of time in general are quite bullish. So that's about the general crypto markets, but also about the financial markets. So I think and I think Ethereum fundamentally has done great and is still doing great. So it definitely deserves a breakout like this. Although crypto projects don't always get what they deserve. But so this is what I would expect generally, but this is assuming that the inflation rate data and the CPI data we get later today is not higher than expected. If the inflation rate data is higher than expected, that would be bad. And that would be sufficiently bad for me to doubt whether we can actually keep up this momentum. And we could even need to talk about a move down. All right, so then that would be a move below our main support level at 4,240, potentially for a move lower. Now, I will be live streaming during the CPI and inflation rate data, so hopefully I'll be able to keep you updated on that live, and hopefully you'll be able to tune into that. But for now, I would await that news for a real confirmation of at least the kind of the fundamental circumstances around the markets. And then if the fundamental circumstances are good still after the data outcome, then I think we can continue with that breakout. But that is something I will also keep you updated on in my videos. So hopefully I'll see you on my next videos. Hopefully I'll see you during the live stream, of course. But for now, have a great day, everybody. Take care and bye.